Here we go. So, can you see us, Simon?
No, it's coming in. Yes, you're now live.
Hello everybody, here we are, Uglug's Armoury. We're about to play the first of our three Fate of Kaelus-9 campaign games. So, to give you a picture of where we were, we played a game a few weeks ago and we tried to play it with 4,000 points. It didn't work out as we planned because it took too long to do a move. So what we've done, at the suggestion of Dr. Vesuvius, one of our viewers, is we've broken the remainder of those two armies down into three forces. We're now going to play three smaller games. We're calling this campaign the Fate of Kaelus-9. So chaos is apparently defeated, but there's this undertone of problems. So the first game we're going to play is in this Administratum building. And what I've done, because my usual opponent, who you've seen on the live streams previously, Richard, he's not here. So I've got a couple of my friends who are long-time gamers, but they haven't actually played this rule set either before or for a very long time. So I've got Chris and Alex who are going to play, and my friend Simon is going to help manage the game, look after the dice pool. So before we talk about the forces, because we're going to get into this quite quickly, I'd like to say a massive thank you to Dr. Vesuvius and also to Adam Fox 1669, a couple of viewers who volunteered to put the army lists together for these three games. So they've already set the army lists up for this game and the two following. So, as I said, this game happens in the Administratum.
That's where the power is. So we want to be.
That's where the power is. And then the next two games, the next one will happen in the food silos. And then the third game will happen in the orbital relay zone on this side over here. Okay? So we're hoping to play those over the next couple of weeks. So we'll see how that goes. So a big thank you to those two viewers for putting the army lists together. We are deeming it that these three games happen simultaneously. So things happening on this game won't directly affect what's happening on the other two games. The boundaries of this game are the raised area, and if you're off the raised area for any reason, you're kind of no longer in the game. The area is void shielded. Okay, the Administratum is void shielded, so nothing's really going to.
Terminator moves,
no cheating Terminator moves in this game. Okay?
Which will be happy to hear that, I'm sure.
Yeah. So let me introduce first of all the Chaos player, Alex. Let me switch the mic. So we've got a bit of a challenge with mics.
Hello.
So go ahead, Alex. Can you talk about your force a little bit?
So my force, we basically got
Let me
two
switch
groups
camera.
of jetpack troopers.
Okay, let's get those down.
Nice and sleepy.
Okay, so you've got your jetpacks there, yeah.
I've got a heavy unit here with big heavy guns
Okay,
and a couple of heroes, commanders here. I've got one in heavy armour and one less armoured.
so power armour, yeah.
But a bit.
But he's your leader. He's actually the leader. Okay.
Yep. And then there's another group of
Power armour troops
powered army
there.
troopers who they're quite technically advanced. As in,
Are they elite?
Yeah.
So higher level of training.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Do you want to switch that over to Chris, and let's talk about what Chris is playing with today?
So I'm taking on the responsibility of the Fighting Tigers, led by Inquisitor Fox here and his team, who've arrived on planet and are now dealing with this terrible incursion by these traitorous infiltrators.
Okay.
What we have as a team here is we have our command team with Inquisitor Fox in front. We have here our elite troops in. Now you told me they're not Terminator armour; they're in elite dreadnought armour.
Tactical dreadnought
Tactical
armour.
dreadnought
We call
armour.
them Terminators for the purposes of everybody's viewing, because it's easier.
We've got two units here of our, they're quite hardy elite veteran guard.
Yep.
And they're running a bolter, I believe.
Heavy bolter.
Heavy bolter. And we've got also another Terminator group here at the back,
Okay.
which are running 2 sun guns, which I hope to put into good use today to melt some betrayals and traitors.
Okay, so I think what we need to do now is dice off for
Yes.
initiative, and we can get going. We'll just talk a little bit about the game just while you find the right dice. So the game board, a lot of it's going to be played inside today. So what we've got is we've got the vault, the 2 administratum levels, and the governor. Now the governor moves. Imagine it as a token. Whoever is in base-to-base contact with the governor has that objective. Okay, that's worth 3 points. A figure on this floor means that they have that objective. Another figure from the opposition on that floor means it's contested. So these 2 levels of the Administratum and the vault down here, which holds all of the information, they're worth 1 point each, but they're only worth 1 point if they're uncontested. So, with that, let's quickly go and switch camera, and I'll let you guys. Where's my chat window?
So we have Richard is currently monitoring.
Okay.
So, greetings from your brother, and he's saying Slanesh is watching. Alex, don't let the side down this evening.
Pressure's
So
Ah,
just no pressure.
Okay, are you guys?
We're ready. Would you like us to roll?
Oh yeah, go ahead,
10
go ahead
here,
and roll.
Alex, you can have a D6.
yeah, I'll have to give them 2d6.
No, D10 each. D10 each. Rolly D10s.
Go for it. I've got a big name.
Yes.
Oh,
So
that's
fighting
10.
tigers get the initiative.
Okay, fighting tigers get the initiative. Check on the chart over there. You can see what your movement is. So at the moment, nothing's destroyed. So you're going, I think, at a 12 with power armor on road, and most of this is in quite good condition. So you're going
so
on
I'm
road.
looking at 8
So-
mainly.
So you're looking at PA. It's 1264, and Terminators are an 8. Yeah. Okay.
I see. Okay.
Because the Inquisitor's in Terminator armor.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. Far away. Do your first move.
Right, so I think I am going to move into this room here with this squad. So I don't know if none of you want to bring down the camera. Have a look at what
Yeah.
we do.
Sure.
And the overhead
Okay. Let's go
security
to
system.
close up.
So our first unit is moved into the vaults to secure the vaults and is sort of about to set up an ambush in there if they can.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes. The next unit's going to move is going to be these individuals over here,
Okay.
and they're going to move through into this floor over here.
Okay.
So they're setting up.
Okay. Is your lift in the way?
So they're moving through the lift out this way.
Okay.
Okay. So
So they are there.
now, how important is cover?
Quite important.
So
But
touching or
oh no, just if it looks like they're in cover, they're in cover. Yeah. So.
something like that.
And again, line of sight. You know, it's going to be a challenge. Let's face it. We're
Yeah.
playing right inside a building.
We
so-
really are struggling.
Yeah, so it's going to be tricky. So we don't mind,
something like
you know.
that. Okay. You need a unit cohesion.
Yes, please. Yeah,
What's the
I
distance?
think
to?
it's 5 inches.
5 inches.
I'll have to check.
It's 5.
So 5 inches is
Yeah,
about a hand
that's 4.
width.
That's 4, so that's acceptable.
Okay.
So I would say they're okay. So that's our first 2 units deployed. One in our vault area, one in our lower ground floor. We're now going to move on to our next unit,
Which is
which is going to be these chaps here, our Night Raven type squadron.
yeah.
They're going to move into the elevator.
Okay. And then elevators moving up. Yeah.
So this
Going-
is my question with the elevator.
Yeah.
Can the elevator come back down ready for another unit to move?
No.
Or is it going to stay up?
Because
for that time?
you're gonna be in it.
So this is what I'm saying. I'm going to wait and hold
Okay.
until another unit can go in because I believe we've got a total of 10
Yes.
guards
Yes.
that can move in it. So with that unit is going to move in the Inquisitor.
Okay, go on then.
Retinue as well. So they are
In the lift,
in the elevator,
and
the
you're
elevator's
moving
gonna move
up to a floor.
to the top floor.
Okay, put the dice on the top floor. Just put the dice on the top floor. Okay, so they're all in the lift,
They are,
and they're there.
Top floor.
So now you've got your 2 squads of Terminators which haven't moved.
Correct.
Right, before you do that, I've just got a message from Dr. Vesuvius saying watching, but it's difficult to comment easily. Says that the volume seems to be very low at the moment. So
Okay.
technically,
Right. So
Okay.
I'll go and adjust that. Let you take that. Let me see if I can boost the volume.
With these units now up here in this section of the lift, so the units are going to be coming out on this floor up here. We've got to decide what to do with our Terminators. Now, I did check with Noel before the game to make sure that this was acceptable, and what's going to happen is one Terminator unit is going to move through into the ground floor here, and they'll be passing through.
Okay, how does that sound? Let's see. Keep talking, everybody. And does that work? Is that better? Have we
Terminators
got
are going
a better audio now? No, that's not working.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Alright, so we've got one unit left of Terminators, so we'll just have a scan through here. I haven't got anyone yet on this floor.
Is the audio any better?
I've not had any response back yet. So
Okay.
So what I think I'm going to do for my final move, which if Alex you want to point the camera over here, we've got these final 4 Terminators to move. They're going to move in again through the lift and elevator, through the ground floor, and they're going to take up position over here in the vault area.
Okay.
And they're going to be surrounding the doors. Like so. Taking up position.
I don't know why I haven't got a chat
right,
window
Richard's
here.
saying that audio is good for those on mics.
Okay, good. Right. So we need to switch the mics if we're talking. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Good stuff.
So my turn, or my move phase is complete.
Okay, firing.
Well, I can't really see anything at the moment.
Okay, let's switch to the other camera. Just hold that a sec. Okay. So first phase is done.
It is.
So now that you've done first phase, you've got no firing.
There's no shooting. I can't really draw line of sight to anyone. I'm assuming these guys are all tucked in the building, so I can't see out the windows.
That's
here.
right. Yeah, you can't see
So-
from the deployment.
As far
so-
as I'm concerned, this turn there's no firing for me.
Right. Okay. So now you're going to do your second phase move.
Second
Okay.
phase move is
Let's
going to be
move that to close up.
back on the overhead camera.
Yeah. Let's go.
And we're going to be looking at the top floor here first.
Okay. Let me grab that.
As
Go for it.
the Inquisitor steps out and moves to interact with the governor.
Okay.
His entourage will take up security positions. And of course, then also our Marines will move up,
Okay.
and they too will be taking up position in a defensive stance.
Okay. There's not much cover up there.
No, there's not, but I need to move the governor out.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's taken my full move to get them there.
Okay.
From Richard,
Yeah.
get the volume, the audio seems to be getting there. Can you repeat what folk are saying, Noel?
Yes.
And I've just put on there as a comment to say that there's only 2 mics available and they'll be swapped between players.
Yeah.
Whoever's, if you've got a mic, you need to speak up.
Okay, I need to speak louder.
Yeah.
Is that loud enough?
Absolutely.
Alright.
Boom it out. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So we've got our main support team there in with the Inquisitor Fox's unit, trying to procure the governor and of course move the governor out in a way
Okay.
potentially.
Anything else moving?
So I'm just looking in the floor here just to sort of see what we've got set up. I'm pretty happy, I think, with the setup. Everyone's
Okay.
got line of sight ready for anything that could potentially come in. I might move these Terminators,
Go on then.
and they're going to move and take up position here, ready for anything that's going to come in through that door potentially.
Okay. Okay,
There we are.
so first move, first
Complete.
fire. Second move, no close combat because you can't see anybody.
No,
So,
no contact with anyone.
It's
I do have one question though.
Go ahead.
With my Terminators here, can we in any way disable this lift?
not really, not
That's a
unless
shame.
you destroy that whole side of the building.
I can't jam it in some way.
No.
I have an idea. I
Okay.
might move my Terminators into that lift
Okay.
and sit them in the lift.
Okay.
So let's do that. Since I can't destroy it, let's occupy it.
Okay.
And that's what will happen. So at the moment, the lift is here.
Okay.
Okay.
So there we go. Right, off you go.
Okay. Yep. Hit that.
So now, because you're close, the lift door's shut, we're assuming, yeah?
They are.
Okay, right. So now, you'll go.
Okay, so I'm going to send the lift up to the sofa before I
Okay.
get in it.
Okay,
So, boop. So these
So,
guys will be.
let's do that quickly. So, who's doing that?
One of these guys.
Okay. So that's hopefully foxed him. No pun intended. Okay,
Right. So
Right.
now,
what's next?
these guys are going to. I'm going to come around here.
Yeah.
So they've got jetpacks. So
They
they
have.
have a 20-inch move,
They do
and if they can see their target, do they just come
move
over?
to it. Yeah.
So they probably don't need to, but they've got them, so they're going to use them. They're going to jump to along.
Get on that. Get on the crate.
Ah, okay. Come here and set up a firing line through the glass.
Okay.
It's a bit tricky to see exactly who's on the other side of the glass from this angle.
Okay. Don't worry. We'll just assume that you're getting into a good place and everybody's in soft cover. Okay.
Mhm.
Because it's going to be difficult to try and manage it. And this is the challenge we have with immersive terrain, is it doesn't make it necessarily that easy to play, and you have to accept that, you know, some things are in your imagination. So it doesn't look like you're in any cover whatsoever, Alex. Okay?
Okay,
Out there.
that's fine.
Okay? But he might not have a firing arc on you, which might upset him.
And then, so these guys,
Why not?
Well, I don't know, because I can't see.
Is that reflective one-way glass? Is it on the
No,
building?
because you've only got firing in your front.
So I've set
90.
my miniatures so they're pointing up outward.
Oh, you have? Okay, happy days. Well,
I knew
you're,
they were coming through
you're
the
all good
windows.
then.
Yeah.
You're all
Yeah,
good then.
We're ready.
You were ready for that, were you?
We were.
Yeah,
is perfect. Because I'm also going to come through the elevator
yeah, with that squad.
with this squad,
Yeah,
so that I am.
okay, pile them in. Right, let's switch and let's move them round. Okay. Well, that move with the lift was fascinating.
Yeah.
I
So
wasn't expecting that.
I got a free lift move basically,
Yeah.
which is great. So they've put me on the right, on the ability of one of the top floors.
At the
Yeah.
moment,
Well, that means I can come down and attack you from behind now.
Possibly.
Cut your forces in half.
Right.
Strategic.
Do you want to give? Oh, you've got the mic, Alex. So
so I'm moving in there. I don't have much. There's quite a bit of cover in that ground floor, but I'm hoping I can shoot with some of these, some of them. Now these jetpack guys are
Yeah.
kind of going to do something a bit chaotic.
okay,
They're going to try and get up here.
okay. So
But they
I want you
can't
to
see
hold.
where they're
I
going.
want you to hold that, and I'm just going to check the jetpack rule to see what happens here. So I think you're going to need to roll for each guy.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's these jetpack guys here.
Yeah.
And it can get a bit risky. Accident score, power armor, 10. So roll 2d6 for each guy. All right.
How many guys are you sending out?
So let's put them up, Alex, and then let's just roll as we go. Then. Yeah.
From Dr. Vesuvius, fly, my children, fly.
They can fly. I'm just not quite sure where they're going to land.
Okay, let's go.
So I'll do the first one. 9.
9, that's okay.
Sorry, 8.
8's good.
10.
Dead.
Okay.
Oh, keep going.
Well, not dead, but
Something happened.
yeah. If the score is equal to or more than the accident score, then the figure has broken his neck or something
Ooh.
and is removed from play. Alright, so
Okay.
let's have a
I've
casualty.
laid them down.
Yeah.
Do you not
Another
need
one
them to
down.
shoot it?
No. You're rolling well, Alex.
Yeah, nice and high. Keep going.
You want high for when you're doing the fighting later, you know.
How many is it up there, Alex? 1, 2, 3.
Should be 8.
Yeah, they're all going up there. So
Okay.
I think I'll make 2 more rolls.
7, 9.
And this guy, I think.
So the captain, is it?
Yeah. Or is he the captain of this lot?
2 casualties.
2 casualties, yeah.
If you've taken one of
So
them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go.
Okay.
All done.
Okay.
Well done. Right, have that back if you want. Unless you're happy being
Don't mind.
cameraman for a bit.
Jump in and out.
Okay, what's next, Alex?
Now, next I need to double check on which one of these 2 guys is better at melee.
So what Alex is doing is he's just checking his roster to see this chap here is his leader and might have a better hero rating. This chap here has got Terminator armour on. Terminator armour necessarily gives you a really decent close combat factor.
Well, actually, they're
Not
both,
his though, it's made of paper mache.
no. So they're both the same.
They're
They're both similar.
both similar, yeah?
Yeah.
So what's your melee? So you've got an 8 and a 12 for some reason. That should be more. Don't know what's happened there.
Okay. But either way, they're going to go.
Yeah, that's a mistake. That should be 14, I think.
Okay.
All right.
Well, whichever one that is going to. Well,
Yeah.
they're both going to go in.
That's definitely a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because these are my leaders, aren't they?
They are your leaders.
Send them in, we'll sort them out for you.
That's Chris saying he'll sort the leaders out.
Oh, but I could do that. I could send them into melee with the guys without the melee weapons.
That's generally the plan. You need to. Have you got to get through some men to do that?
Yeah, some of my men.
Okay, well that's okay. You can get through your men, but I don't think you can go in behind them.
Well,
But
you physically can't.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. Okay,
So he's in
understood.
front, but
Yeah. Okay, so you're on 2 guys. You're going to go in onto 2 guys.
yeah, one each.
Right. Okay. So we've got a bit of close combat there.
Just here.
Yeah. Okay. So if they're in base to base, they cannot do a second move.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Right. So you've got one more unit in reserve here.
Yes, so they are basically going to just move ready for the next step.
Okay.
Because there's not really
It's all right. Don't worry about that.
that they can go. But one of these has a different gun.
He's the leader.
Yep, but there's also a guy with a flamer, which I'm going to assume is that guy.
Yeah. Whichever guy you decide is going to be the one with the flamer. Yeah.
So they're basically going to be ready for either their friends or their enemies to be dead, so they can
They
move
can
in
reinforce.
over,
Yeah.
over the bodies.
Okay. So it looks like we've got some firing to do.
Mhm.
Okay. As it's your go, you can do the firing first, but you know it's simultaneous.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Right. So what have we got firing? So what I want to
don't
do is mark
think
everybody.
They can't shoot through the grate in the roof, can they?
That's correct.
So they won't do that. So
So what we were looking at there was the men on the roof can't shoot through the ceiling.
they can come through the hatch. Okay, so I'm going to do the squad out the front.
So we've got a squad out here. Are these the guys with bolt rifle, except for the leader?
These are, I think, well, yeah. So they've all got bolt rifles and one leader with a bolt pistol. Yep.
Okay.
So,
So
I mean, I think both squads are the same. So one of them is on the roof and the other one's they're the same. So
okay.
this
So
will be
bolt
the
rifle.
squad one. Yeah. So they're going to open fire on the guys who aren't in melee in ground floor here.
Okay. So,
I believe that's going to be 9 shots with bolt rifles.
Simon,
Yeah.
can you grab some dice?
Grab some dice.
So, we've got people in soft cover. That we've got bolt rifles, and we are ammunition breakdown on a 3, on a 5 for the pistol, and the range is less than 10 inches, so they only need a 6 to hit, but it's into soft cover. Okay, so you need 7s. So the 7s apply for the rifle, a 6 for the pistol. Okay,
I'll do the pistol first.
so do the pistol.
That's 2 dice and I don't get.
Yeah.
6.
Oh, hold on, and have you got a? You might have a modifier here, shot modifier. No, shoot modifier. So that's a hit, is it?
It's a hit. 1 hit.
Okay. So let's count the hits and let's keep going.
So, okay. You need 7. 1.
So what did you roll?
12.
12. Yep. Just check those dice aren't all 5s or something.
Yeah. A 9.
Yep.
5 miss.
Okay.
10 hit. 11 hit. 7 hit. 5 miss. 4 miss. And a 12.
Okay. So that's
4 misses. So that's
6 hits.
6 hits.
Okay. So 6 hits on those men in there.
Yeah.
You are high against power armor, so you are K on a 3, 4, 5, or 6.
6 dice.
So roll 6 dice. Have you got anybody in there that's got one of those shields?
I don't believe. I don't think so.
No, my antimatter shields are all on my Terminators.
Okay.
The higher floors.
Yeah, fine. Go ahead.
And I want.
You want no. Alex rolls this.
Alex rolls.
It's not a save. It's to see how much damage he does.
3 plus. 6 dice. Oh, 6 dead.
6 dead. Right. Do you want to fire back with those? Let's
course I
get this
do,
bit.
yeah.
Let's get this bit done.
Yeah.
All right.
So one of them is firing with a heavy bolter.
Okay. So let's do him first.
Okay. So is he on a D6 as well?
So 2d6.
Yeah.
And he needs a 7. But hang on, you've got a modifier, a shoot modifier, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's put the mic on to Chris, please. So you've got a pretty good shoot modifier.
I have. So I'm looking here. Heavy bolter power. Milli mod. Is that it?
No.
No. Shoot mod 28. Am I looking? Oh no, sorry, 3.
So shoot mod of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, it's the heavy bolter. If you roll a 3 or less, it broke. So roll the dice.
7.
So you've hit. Okay.
Yeah.
So and that's a power hit. So roll to hit. Roll your damage because this is different to your rifles.
Two
Yeah.
dice again.
Oh no, just 1 dice.
One dice.
So look on the chart over there. You've got power
On high.
on
Yeah.
power. Yeah.
And I'm looking at.
PA.
Yeah. So anything that's not a 1.
Anything that's not a 1.
So 5.
Okay, they're gone. Okay.
Okay.
So that's 1 down. Okay. Right. The rest of your guys in there. You're gonna.
So that's.
So do the guys in melee shoot or do they?
No, they don't shoot.
3 left, isn't it?
Yeah.
So these 2 here are in melee. At the
Yeah.
front line.
Yeah.
So that's actually only 2 left to shoot.
Okay. Go ahead.
Is that 4 dice?
So you want to roll 2d6 and 2d6, and you're looking for.
So 4d6 total.
You're looking for.
Yeah, you've got to roll
Yeah,
separate.
you want to roll. You want to roll 2d6, as in you need a 6.
So I've got 2
Yeah.
colours.
Yeah. Go ahead.
5 on one, 7 on the other.
Okay. And what's your hit modifier?
On a standard guardsman, it's going to be 3 again.
Okay. So now you're on the high. You're on power armor.
Yeah.
So as long as you don't roll a 1 or 2, you've got 2 more of them.
On 2 dice.
Yeah. So roll those 2.
2 and a 3.
Okay, so you've got one more. Okay.
And then I believe the rest. So the ones who were in melee, would I shot at
He's
them?
not in
No,
melee.
you wouldn't have shot at them.
Okay,
So
so I would
Alex wasn't in melee.
So now
Two
you.
Hunter Hero in melee.
Yeah.
So
So
the ones
now
who
you.
weren't in melee are dead.
Yeah. So you remove them. So
Okay.
give them to me.
Okay.
Give them to me. There we go. Just put them over here, because it will help us calculate what's going on.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So your next bit of firing now.
So whoever can is going to shoot into these guns. It's going to be cover, I'm guessing.
Okay. So I think you can get one shot on this guy
Mhm.
with hard cover, and one shot on this guy who's in hard cover, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
So you've got this guy's got a heavy gun, hasn't he?
Yeah, these are the 5 here. So they've got these are the elites. They've got heavy bolters.
Yeah. Against the Terminator.
Yeah, and they have a shoot mod of 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So heavy bolter.
Yep.
Here we go. Roll the dice and let me know what you get, and then
Just
we'll
a
work it
single
out.
dice?
Just 2 dice, 2d6.
9.
So a 9 looks quite good.
You're
So
rolling
you need it's less than 10-inch range, yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
it's 2 inches.
So you rolled a 9. You needed a 7.
Okay.
So you get -2, I think, for hard cover. Let's just look at tactical factors. Am I shining this in the right place? Yeah. So tactical factors, cover, hard cover is 2, and then you get 1 for your training.
Yep.
So you've hit.
Okay.
So that's a power hit on the Terminator. Is that one of your Terminators with your
Which one?
antimatter shield?
It'll be each one of these 2.
It'll be the guy in the grey.
Antimatter shield.
So it's this guy. Oh no, sorry. It's this guy here. So antimatter shield.
Yeah.
Yeah. So antimatter shield, but it's a power hit against Dreadnought. So power against Dreadnought. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need
3 plus.
3 plus.
So you need a 6. You need to roll 1 dice and roll a 6.
Because of the modifier. Because of the modifier.
Okay. Yeah,
2.
So remember, you've got these 2 re-rolls. At some point, you can use those. I'm just reminding you because it's your first one you've missed. Okay. So move
I
on
suppose
or re-roll.
I might actually use it because I think that's one of my better guns.
Okay, go on then.
So, I will.
You've got to roll a 6.
Yeah, I know it's a risk, but yeah, 6.
Okay, lay him down. He's going.
So was that the one, the grey one? With the
Yeah.
And then one more shot on the
Yeah. Okay, roll the dice. Tell me what you get.
8.
An 8. So you were using a bolt rifle this time, yeah?
No, they're both heavy bolters.
So is he a heavy bolter guy? Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see him.
He's one of these.
No. I'm saying. Oh, yeah, it's this guy, yeah? Okay, him.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes.
Yeah.
Heavy bolter. So what did you roll?
8.
An 8. Okay. So you needed a 7,
Okay, sorry.
okay? But he's in hard cover. So you needed a 9.
And an antimatter shield.
Hold on.
Yeah,
That's only for the damage. Okay.
But I
So
did get
you get a +1.
+1 as well.
So it's hit. So what did you roll?
8.
An 8. +1 is
No.
hard cover is -2. 7's a hit.
Yeah.
Go for it. So you need to roll 1 dice.
So he's rolling 8. Is that right?
Yeah. You need to roll 1 dice now.
That was it.
Okay.
So that would have been on this one.
This guy's gone down now. Okay. Right. But you've got to fire back with them.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So
It's
let's
fun firing back.
fire back.
Is that?
Right. So we're going to take the grey ones first.
Okay.
And I'm going to need the teardrop templates
Okay.
because they are my sun gun troopers.
Okay. So let's put that like that then.
I'm the grey guy.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see.
Yep.
No, if you can see 4, can't I see him as well?
Yeah, but this is an area effect weapon. you can't really shoot through the doorway at more people. Do you not think it's tricky? Or do you think you can have one more go at this guy?
I think this guy.
That guy in the middle.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris? Fair enough?
You're cool.
Yeah, that guy in the middle. Come and have a look, Simon. We reckon we've got one more guy here that can shoot. We reckon that guy there
Yeah.
can shoot at that guy there. What do you think? That guy there can shoot at that guy there, but he's in hard cover.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay?
Definitely.
Right, go on then.
Joe, before we go to this.
8 again.
8 again.
So, 8.
So we know that's going to be a hit because
Yeah.
that's the same as we rolled last time.
See if I can get 3 6s for damage. I don't know.
No damage.
No damage.
Okay. Right then. Roll your sun gun. The first thing you do is roll to see if it fails. Okay?
On 1d6.
So 2d6.
2d6.
If you roll a 5 or less, it didn't go off.
5.
Didn't go off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Because this is one you've hit, is that correct?
Yeah. Switch the mic to
level.
Chris, please.
You hit it, but you've
I
not,
hit the other one.
you hit it but not damaged it.
Oh, yeah. I hit.
Okay, so let's have a go. So let's roll 7. So yeah.
Okay,
gone
so
off.
it's gone off. So now you roll for each guy in the thing.
1, 2,
Alright.
3, 4. Yeah. 4. Is there one tucked down here?
Actually, I've done it wrong in that it fails on a 5, but you hit on a 2. You automatically hit all of them. Okay, just roll for each one now, and if you roll a 5, the gun stops working.
So 5 in total.
Yeah. So you've done 2, yeah?
Okay.
Did you? How many rolls have you done?
So I rolled 2 dice because you said on 2
Yeah.
dice I needed to get something.
He hasn't done any damage yet.
So I've not done any damage yet. I only rolled 2, so I need to
So-
roll 3 more.
So you rolled. Hold on.
4.
You rolled 2d6, and what did you get? A 5.
5 and he re
So you re-rolled it, and you got a.
7
Okay. So you've hit one guy. Next, roll again.
on 2 dice.
Yeah. Always on 2 dice.
9.
So you've hit the next guy.
Mm-hmm.
Roll again.
7.
Okay. You've hit the next guy.
That's 12.
Okay. Roll that second one in the tray. You rolled.
And then last one is 6, which is a miss, isn't it? I know. It's
No,
5.
that's a hit.
So yeah, that's all hits.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. So total against that is they're all dead.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, there you go.
so 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to take those out, Alex? 2. And then you've got another sun gun coming your way.
Now, was anyone else in the thing
There is one guy who didn't get
who
hit.
didn't get it? Okay.
But we have one more sun gun with this chappie here.
Okay, so what have we
So
got?
this chap here that was taken down
Yeah,
by Alex.
he's going to
shooting.
try and shoot that guy.
He's going
Right, roll 2d6.
5.
Didn't go off.
I'm not going to re-roll it because he's dead anyway. We'll play the thematics and we'll see
Okay.
if he got taken out. before
Fair
we
enough.
readjust.
Move the template. Let's get the. So he's still got.
Hang on, I've still got the tank
He can
piece
still
to-
fire. He hasn't fired yet,
Oh, but yeah.
Yeah. but he has.
Okay, so
Okay.
these 2 boys, all they can see to shoot at is, I guess, this chap here.
Yeah.
I can't see around the corner around here, can I? That's not.
No,
that's blocked
you're not
by
going to be able to see
that.
that.
So it's just this chap here, and this guy can't see him, can he?
No, because he was facing the wrong way.
He's
So
facing
you've got
this
one
way.
guy. Has he got
This
like a
guy's
rapid
that
fire bolter? I think.
So where's our sun gun? He's got a power glove.
Yeah.
And yeah, a rapid fire bolter.
Okay. So rapid fire bolter
Mm-hmm.
hits on a 6, but it's going to be through the. Is it through the doorway?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be hard cover again.
Well, I'm the one in the doorway.
Okay. So
So
is he
he's-
just in the open?
He's out in the open over here. If we have a look, you can see him just here.
Yep. Fair enough.
So we're gatling away through
Okay.
the door.
Okay. Go ahead.
And then I got modifiers. Shoot modifier of 2, is that correct?
Probably.
That's to go with the same level. But you
No, the one below. Rapid fire gun, high, shoot modifier of 2.
Okay,
2 dice.
so roll 2 dice, tell me what you get.
9.
You hit.
Yep.
Okay, so the rapid fire bolter means you hit on a high. Against power armour, that means you need to roll 3, 4, 5 or 6 to take that guy out
On 1 dice.
on 1 dice.
6.
Okay,
So
Can
he
I have
went
that?
backwards through the
can
window.
I have that fella please?
Roll up, roll up. Although that's quite cool. So you took down 2 of
And
my
fired 2 shots.
elite chaps there. That was some pretty damn good
I
shooting.
fired 2 shots, you fired like
The whole team lit you up, yeah.
Okay,
Have you got any more shooting left?
how's Richard feeling about the camera?
I do
We've got no problems with. No one's mentioned anything
think
about camera angles, but
Okay.
I'll ask chat to.
Am I better off staying on the close, or do we switch to wide every now and then? What does everyone feel? I don't want to make everyone seasick. So what's next, guys?
So you're back to shooting, Alex, aren't you?
Yeah, you're on
yeah,
shooting
but I
still.
don't think I have anyone else who can actually see anything, but we do have the melee.
Okay, so that we have to move before we do melee. Okay, so we've got seconds. We've got seconds moved now, please. Okay.
If you want to just bring some more targets in there for me, Alex, for next turn.
Can I effectively jump back through the glass?
Yeah, we're just going to say you can just move through the glass. It's not going
Can
to.
I jump back through the glass onto the second level?
Well, you can't see where you're going, but yes, you can.
Did lose 2 people doing that. Well, let's do this first.
Okay.
Annoying little people.
You might just come in and have a look at this now.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Just
just.
gonna go down
I'm
the
watching
top floor.
I'm watching the pondering right now. I'm watching the pondering.
Sneaky guys who managed to get all the way from there into my elevator. I did send them on a little trip up the elevator, so they're not actually
Yeah.
doing anything.
They are on the
Mustachio,
same.
evil mustachio,
Yeah.
that is.
So what are we going to do, Alex?
Yeah. Well, I suppose I'm going to. This is his. He's got 2 squads here.
You have to move because,
Yeah.
believe it or not, we've been playing for 40 minutes.
If I open the thingy, do I just go down?
Yes.
Um,
So you just move your men in, if that's what you want to do.
I mean, it's not what I want to do, but I mean, I'm chaos, so I don't really care that too much about stuff. These are melee guys.
So if you land down there, you're going to be in what they call close combat.
Yes.
Have you got close combat weapons?
Yes. Well, I believe I do. It would make sense for the jetpackies, put pistols and power gloves, put rifle and hand. Oh, I have hand weapons. I don't know.
So they've got to be hand to. Well, no. I mean, what you do is if you're not in base to base, you roll a d6, and if you roll a 5 or 6, you can move 5 inches and engage in combat. If you don't roll a 5 or 6, then you don't move. You just stand there. Okay.
Right, so let's find the guy with the power glove because he's definitely going to go into him.
Yeah.
So he is going into melee with one at the front, definitely.
Yeah. That, and then the rest come down behind. Yeah. And then we do the close combat phase. So everybody in the squad gets to do close combat. All right.
Okay. Even if they're not in combat.
And you keep doing close combat till you stop rolling 5s and 6s.
Which is when everybody's dead.
Yeah. And you get to fight back in melee. Yeah, remember what I said about the...
So at this point, I need to clarify there is 2 squads up there, of which you can only reach one of them.
Yep.
You can only reach the Black Marines. You can't reach the.
That's right.
squad.
Yeah. Well, he's got to fight his way through these 2 before he can get to that guy. Yes? Fair enough?
So how does the round of combat go? Does he then knock onto another squad, or just once
Well,
he's
yeah,
killed that
let's-
squad, that's
let's-
it, finished? Okay.
Keeps going till he stops rolling 5s and 6s.
But that's what I'm saying. Are they all against that one squad, or are they going to be everyone? On that
Everybody. It all runs on.
These guys with jetpacks that jump
It
through
all
the
runs.
roof.
It all runs on.
Yep.
It's as if as soon as each figure stops rolling a 5 or 6, they stop, and that's it. No more. Right. Have you got any more second moves to
Yes, these guys are going to do something.
Move them quick then.
Actually, I've got loads of people doing stuff. So they're all going to get butchered anyway, but they're going to go in and try and hide from the sun gun.
Hide from the sun gun.
Yeah, because I know there's at least one more. Around the corner.
Okay, so you're likely to be within 5 inches, so there's going to be some more close combat down here. Okay,
That's,
which isn't a bad thing.
yeah, so yeah, in that case, they will. There's only 2 guys left in that squad. Would I be in combat with them through the door as well?
How do you mean?
Like because I'm within 5 inches through the door.
Yes. If you can see them, and you know they're there.
It's going to happen. So let's give it
Okay, crikey, this is going to be a messy close combat phase.
Yeah, basically they're all in there.
Yeah.
I can't figure out exactly where in there, but
Well, if some of them are still in the lift, they're still in the lift.
well, the lift is up the top.
Oh no, I mean in the lift shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't
Can I
know.
crush them if I come down the lift?
Well,
Yeah.
something's going to happen, isn't it?
Yes.
Who knows?
Yes.
Who knows what it is?
Maybe shoot
Yeah.
the lift shaft and have you fall down.
Yeah.
And then these jetpacky guys.
Yeah.
Because there's not going to be any targets.
just
So we've
remember
got
Noel
this-
said You've got to demolish that side of the building to disable the lift, because I've already asked that question.
Well, they can shoot a hole in the floor. So these jetpack guys are going to try and get onto the second floor.
Okay, so let's get your don't move them. Let me just find the movement rules. So here we go. We have got an accident score of 10. Right, so let me just go for it. So number 1. So he's dead. Next one.
7,
Okay, good. 8 even. Yeah.
8, 10 again.
Okay, dead.
I'm rolling high.
This one.
Keep rolling high, Alex. Keep rolling
10,
high.
dead,
There's lots of seagulls flying.
dead.
I'm going to change that.
Oh my goodness. Hang
It's
on,
alright, you
let
only
me
need
see
to get
that
one up
dice.
there to score.
It's 5s.
Oh,
You need to start rolling again.
Keep rolling fast.
why did someone give me a dice with nothing but 5 on it?
I did say,
That's why you're
I
rolling
said
so well
check
earlier.
the dice that it hasn't got all 5s on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's got 2 6s on it.
Is that right?
We've been using that. Well, you've been using that as well.
Yeah. It's gone. I like these dice.
Okay, you
That
need
one is
to
a real dice.
fix the dice.
Fix the dice. Gives that. That's gone.
Brilliant. That's why
Okay.
it was so brutal earlier.
Okay, so that's made it.
That's what happens when
That's made it a bit spicy. Right, right. Let's carry on.
Great
Start
first
again.
round.
So okay, 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 okay. Just okay, okay. Last guy, leader. He's okay. Right, you can move them all onto that second floor.
Okay.
So just let me
Well-
move them round to here for you,
Yeah.
and you move them up to where
Yeah,
you want them
sounds
to be. Okay. What's going on, Simon?
Just Dr. Vesuvius saying that she thus will be pleased. I think we can say quite safely say that there may be some Alpha Legion agent involvement there with the dice.
Yes.
some sneakiness going on in the background. So
Alpha Legion involvement with the dice. Yeah.
Alpha Legion with the dice. And Dr. Vesuvius has just commented, said Zinchian dice.
Yes, they were.
They change.
They did change to 6s and 5s.
It's
Okay.
a shame. I was hoping more of them were going to die.
Yeah. Well, they were doing well, weren't they?
So like seagulls
So
flying into glass.
that's your other reroll.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay,
have
so
you done all of your second move?
Yes.
Okay, so now we need to work out close combat.
Yeah.
Okay, so if a unit, let me just give you a quick brief on the close combat.
Mhm.
So this is how it works. I'll be very quick. All right. Whenever a member of a squad is within 5 inches of an enemy, in the close combat phase, the whole squad is at close quarters. For each member of the squad, even though some figures won't be within 5 inches, roll a d6. If the score is 5 or 6, then the figure may perform one of the following actions.
I have some questions for you then.
In a sec, let me finish. Fire a close assault weapon. There's a list. Pistols, submachine guns, assault rifles. Yeah? Move 5 inches. Throw a grenade. Don't think we've got grenades today. Move 5 inches and engage in close combat. Okay? If a figure does throw a 5 or 6 and carries out his chosen action, then dice for his figure again immediately. Keep throwing a d6, and if the result is a 5 or 6, you can choose a second action. And keep throwing until he fails to roll a 5 or 6. So it's got nothing to do with your training or anything like that.
Simon, bring back those dice.
So, what's your question?
So, if you come in and have a look.
Yeah.
So we've got this unit here that's in combat, and you said it was within 5 inches.
Yeah.
My question is, does that put these other units into combat as well then? Because they're all within 5.
You're not in close combat.
No,
it's
but
only
Alex
him.
is. So this is what I'm saying. Is his attack also being put on these units as well?
So this
How do you
figure
work?
here is closer. It's close enough to this one to put it into 5-inch range, so it can make a close combat roll.
Well, is that going to be the same for this unit here? And
No,
this
it doesn't.
unit?
No, it doesn't affect those units.
It's just figures.
It's It's Alex's figures.
That's what I'm saying. So they're all within 5, aren't they, of his figures? So he can choose to attack whoever he wanted.
Well, he has to roll a 5 or 6, and then he can move
He might just stand there.
or just stand there.
Yeah, because some of these other units could hit.
No,
also these
that's all one unit.
as well. Well, men in the unit.
So the whole unit's in close combat. So we've got to dice for every single one.
All right.
Okay.
But what I'm asking is, he could potentially clear out this unit and knock onto this unit as well. Then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know.
Absolutely devastating.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got to roll to be able to actually do it.
Roll some 1s and 2s.
Okay.
Come on.
So let's start with the 2 guys who are actually in melee. So you've got your Terminator guy who is in melee with a power armor guy. All right.
Yep.
So can we check what your
So he's attacking my Terminator.
yeah, press that again. There you go. So I don't think he's attacking your Terminator. He's attacking your power armor guy that was shooting out the window.
The one that had the.
Down here?
Yep.
These guys here. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are my standard Marines, and you need to know my armour, PA.
No, I need to know your melee modifier. That's all we need to know.
It's 3.
Look.
You sure?
No, it's the number
Oh,
next to
because the
this.
column's
Because it's the column
shifted
shifted.
over. Right, okay, no, so sorry.
So this is the one you said was probably 14. And
10, unless it's a leader, which is 30.
He's not a leader, I don't think. But have a look. So,
I got the one with the heavy weapon. And
So you're a 12.
That is my leader because he's got the power fist.
so you're a 12, Alex.
Okay.
Okay. So you need a D10 each, and you need to roll off.
Yeah, so my leader will be 13.
Okay. So you need a
D10
D10 each.
1 D10.
Defend. If it's a draw, the defender wins.
Okay.
Alex rolls a 4. It's a draw because Chris has got a +1
Okay.
because it was his leader who had a melee of 13 against Alex's melee of 12. Therefore, Chris had a +1 modifier, and it ends up being a draw.
So we've got a draw.
I'm going to use my reroll.
Okay. Use your reroll.
A 5.
So
If
that
it was a
means
draw before, it's more than.
I don't get to reroll, just Alex.
You can reroll if you've got a reroll counter.
I could, but I don't use it.
Okay. So that's your other reroll gone.
Yeah.
Your guy's gone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
I believe so, if that's my leader you're attacking it. That's one.
Okay, speak him out, please. Okay.
And then I've got the one other guy who.
So
is,
now roll a 5 or 6 for him.
oh, for that figure. Okay, yeah. So he can carry the old guy. Normal guys, yes. They were fine.
So now he can move 5 inches or fire a close assault weapon. You're not going to move him through this lot.
So the only place he's going to go is kind of into some cover.
Okay.
Can I just choose to stop there? And not
Yeah,
go
yeah,
on?
yeah. That's a fine move. That's no more than 5 inches, so that's okay. Okay, or 4 inches for these guys. Well, no, they move 8, can't they? But that's okay. If that's less than 5. Okay. Just here, Chris. Just have a look. Just move behind now. Okay.
Made a bit more room.
Okay. Right. Now this guy is in combat. So because they're in base to base, they don't need to roll a 5 or 6 to get going. Okay. So
So this is going to be.
this is going to be your leader, who I said had a 14, not an 8. Okay.
Okay.
And he's against one of your guys, who is
If it's a standard,
looks like a standard marine.
Yeah.
It's this dude here. It's going to be a 10.
So you're at +4, Alex.
Okay.
Okay. So D10 each, please.
It's a 1.
So,
A 1.
yeah.
Gonna get that out early.
Threw himself onto that.
Oh my goodness. A 1. Right. Roll a 5 or 6
Brutal.
to see if he can do anything else. Okay, so now you've got this guy here with the sword.
Yeah.
Roll to see if he can move or do something.
Okay.
He can. So what do you want him to do?
Can I see what his sword stats are? He is that squad.
He's an 11 modifier
Yeah.
against the Terminator.
Which is going to be on a 14.
What he doesn't want to do,
Okay.
but he can fire. He can shoot him, can't he? And look,
If he's got a bolt pistol or something,
Sorry, this is
which
a
one
Terminator
is he?
trooper. It's going to be on a 12.
I think he's this one. With the
Yeah.
pistol.
that's it. Yeah.
So bolt pistol. Yeah, he's just gonna.
Worse than gun.
He's gonna have a pot shot.
Okay. Right.
As well.
Can someone?
So 14. Yeah, veteran. It's only 12.
So I'll roll, and I mean, if I roll really low, then we
Yeah,
just
that's
move
not
on.
my
Okay. Just a sec.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you've got 2 sergeants. Oh, sergeant, yeah, 3 troopers.
Bolt pistol. You need a 5 or more.
Okay. It is
But if
really
you roll,
fast.
sorry, you need a 6 or more
Okay.
to not break the gun. Roll and see if you
Just
break the
on
gun.
one dice or on 2?
2 dice.
Break the gun.
You've broken the gun. It doesn't go off.
Okay.
Oh no, you've used your
Right.
reroll.
Roll.
It's
Damn.
not broken,
Roll
it
it.
just doesn't fire.
Roll to see if he gets another action.
Uh,
No, he doesn't. Right. Who else?
Well, there's a bunch of them.
Okay. Well, let's have say the 2 guys at the door are the only people that are going to get through it. So you've got 2 more guys.
What?
No, you're only. Okay, so one of them goes. Yeah, got it. Right. So one of those 2, what's he going to do?
He is actually going to go into the room.
Okay, go
Probably
ahead.
going to die instantly. He's going to charge him. Not that one. Oh wait, how is a flamer a melee weapon? I don't think it is. But could I use the flamer?
Okay, so let's have a look. So the question is a flamer a close combat weapon? And the answer is
Probably
this.
not. But it's worth checking.
It's a flame.
Fire a close assault weapon. These are any pistol, auto laser, machine pistol, SMG, assault rifle, flame weapons.
There we go.
Okay.
In you go.
So he's going to poke it round the door. Kind of on his head.
Okay, and you're flaming there, are you? Right, leave the template there. Okay, so now we're rolling the flamer.
No idea how effective this is going to be.
So a flamer,
It's effective, I have a feeling.
flamethrower.
Terminator armor.
So it fails on a 5. So if you roll a natural 5,
Bring those 5 dice
it
back.
doesn't work. Okay, but it hits everybody in the template on a 4.
Okay. So goes off, and I got a 6.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, but you need to roll for everyone in the
Okay.
template. So a 6,
A 7,
Yeah.
8 for it. No.
So it stops.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. So you've hit those first two. That's a high. Okay. So it looks like you've got one of your Terminator guys.
Yeah, so
Chris?
just do a normal standard.
Okay.
die.
5+.
And it's on a high. So you need a 5 or 6 to get the Terminator guy.
5.
That'll do it.
Okay. And the other guy just looks like a normal power roller.
Yep.
So
That'll be a 3,
3.
4, 5 or 6.
no, he's fine.
Okay.
He
So you-
body blocked from the.
You've lost.
So
You've
no
lost.
void shield then.
It's an antimatter rather than an energy.
Plasma type.
Yeah.
Right.
So it doesn't affect. So now you roll for that guy again. Okay, but remember his flamer no longer works.
Okay.
All right. So do you want to put that on it? You have to.
Well, I've only got one flamer, so.
Yeah, but you can repair it.
Okay.
Yeah. Instead of moving and firing, you can fix it if you roll a 5 or 6.
So, comment from Dr. Vesuvius.
Yes.
Hot stuff coming through.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
Did everyone hear that? Hot stuff coming through from Dr. Vesuvius. So now, we've done those two guys. Yeah.
and then
So
the-
now we're on to this floor. Yeah. Have you got any guys in actual hand to hand?
2, I think.
Okay. So let's do this guy first. Okay. So this looks like a standard assault marine against one of the. It's the guy with the flamer. Okay.
Okay.
So you need a D10
Yep.
each,
Yep.
and you need to work out what your melee modifier is.
Okay.
So
These are my jetpack troops. Which are.
We've
Only
just
an
passed
8.
the 1 hour mark.
I'm on a 10 for my
Yeah,
modifier.
right there on.
hold on. So here, jetpack. Yeah, you're on
Eight
an
apart
8.
from the
Is
leader.
it your leader?
I did move the.
So the leader's on the other one.
Yeah, the leader.
So you're on an 8, Alex.
Yep.
And Chris, you're on a
10.
10. So Chris is on a 10. Roll together.
So it's a 5.
You won.
Okay, you've taken him. Okay. Go on.
Let me down.
Okay, so roll a 5 or 6 for this guy. So you can move him 5 inches or use his close assault weapon. I don't believe you've got a close assault weapon because you've got a bolt rifle and a hand weapon. So you're either going to move 5 inches.
Can I bolt pistols?
No, just the leader.
Oh.
The leader's got a bolt pistol. Everyone else has got bolt rifles. Okay.
But can I shoot the bolt? No, it's not an assault weapon.
So you can move 5 inches. I don't think you've got any close assault weapons and you've got no grenades. So your only option is to move 5 inches or stand still and do nothing and roll another d6.
Yeah, I suppose I should have looked at that before I looked at the models because they're holding swords and pistols. Okay. He's gonna move.
Well, why not just move him into combat with another guy?
Oh, I thought you said I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, what it says is you couldn't shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You can move him straight into combat. So he's into combat with another of your marines. This time it is a guy with a bolt rifle. Okay. So your guy was on an 8.
Yeah.
Your
So
guy.
I'm at 11 now.
Okay, go for it. So what's your?
So
Is it a draw?
what's your modifier?
8.
8.
No, my brain is
So
melting.
14.
Simple
And I said mine was
11.
11. Yes, I'm 13. So Alex was.
No. Okay, roll for this guy again.
math.
Okay, so move him into combat with somebody else.
Now these look. That one's got a big sniper rifle.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for that one rather than the one that's clearly an assassin with nothing on weapons.
Okay.
Whether that's a good or a bad thing.
Well, that actually was the assassin.
Yep, so you carry on, Alex, there. But
Yeah.
So you've got the ones the other way around.
yeah,
Yeah.
so next with your head. It's my
There you
assassin
go.
working
fine.
with-
Okay, so what's your assassin's melee modifier?
He is a hero, or she's a hero, and she's 15.
still going to roll a 1.
I know. Consistency.
Yeah.
9. So
Oh,
no.
it's 10 minus 1. Okay, yeah, so
You're gone.
Definitely.
Okay, right, next guy. You're in hand to hand.
Yeah.
So you can fight the hand to hand.
so
Okay.
this guy is 11.
Yeah, off you go.
Okay.
So you're attacking my assassin again.
No, this is on a standard guy.
Okay, so the standard guard is only a 10. This is not my captain, is it?
No, it's this guy here with the bolt rifle.
It's a 6. So
I
16.
think he's got you.
What did you modify?
8.
8.
No,
So
11
I'm
for the
16.
cat.
Oh, 11 for the captain. Yeah.
21.
Yeah. Okay, so remove him, please.
But he's probably not going to roll 5.
So now you need to roll to see what happens.
He just stays there.
Okay, so now we're going to roll for this guy. We're going to give you the front rank only because the rest of the guys aren't going to be able to do anything. Okay?
First one, no.
Richard says aggressive tactics from the Emperor's children.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's moving.
So
Okay?
he's going to go into the one that isn't.
This guy.
Yeah, isn't an assassin.
Okay?
He's probably just as powerful, but
Okay,
let's find
so
out
it's
who
one
it
of
is.
your Inquisitor entourage.
13.
Okay?
Okay, so 8 versus 13, so you get plus 1.
What have you got?
I got 9 plus 8, and you got
15.
15. So I got 9 plus 8 is 17.
So you've taken him.
Mhm.
Okay, roll a d6 for this guy.
6.
Okay, move him into combat again. Or whatever else you decide you want to do.
He can't shoot, and he's not going to run away because he's just killed someone. I have no idea what that is in front of him, but I think it's probably the leader of the squad. So is that the captain of this squad?
No. That's Inquisitor.
Okay, then that is the captain of the squad.
That's just
No,
another
that's an
entourage.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to go against the one with plus 15. So this one might be plus
Fair
20, I don't know.
Okay, so we're in your other entourage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
13.
plus 13, and you're on plus 11, yeah?
No, plus 8. It's just a normal guy.
Is it a normal guy? Right, plus 8. Go on then.
9. Dead.
You're gone. Right, last guy.
6. He's a 6.
Okay, so he's moving.
He's just going to follow his mate.
Okay, so into this guy here, yeah?
Oh, that's the leader. So he's
And
the
he's entourage. Oh, he's the leader.
he's the
Sorry.
leader.
So it's this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So what are we doing? You're on an 8, are you?
Yeah.
And you're on a...
I'm not my entourage.
Yeah.
13.
Okay, off you go.
No, you're not going to get it with that.
No?
No,
I rolled a
definitely
1.
dead.
Okay, we're gone. Okay, so the net result there.
I got 2 of the big ones.
Yeah.
And 2 of the
Okay.
big ones.
Okay, so
We've done that. I think that's it.
I think we've done everything. So what we need to do is we just quickly need to calculate the morale situation after this first turn. Okay, so I want to do that very quickly. So if I give you the mic, okay, if you could have a noisy conversation amongst yourselves about where you think you got to. I'm just going to switch to the wide camera.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think I did better than I expected.
Yeah.
I took out some big poncy guys in armour who thought they were...
Hang on. Who's the one wearing pink? I mean purple.
Yeah, look, you do know Slanesh is the goddess of pleasure and pain. So I'm
You're the
having
one in the
lots of
bumpy
fun.
outfits, mate.
I'm having lots of fun and I'm getting butchered. I'm loving it.
You're butchering.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we lost.
Yeah.
So you're having fun too, right?
No, not really. Well, it's my
And
turn next, so
1,
let's try and
2.
deal some damage back to you, if I can.
3, 5 Marines.
The upside is, though, looking here, we've got a
2.
situation where we've got nobody in combat on that top
At
floor.
the moment. And yes, I am aware that there's a group of stupid
It's going to come out the back and
But if they get that far.
splat you, is the plan.
5. So
Right.
let's see where we're up to. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
Would you like to switch to the
5.
close-up camera?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Close-up
switch
look
it
at
over.
the
You're going to have a
interior
quick look at your
situations
situation, are you?
going
Okay.
inside.
Go on then.
So
So
we've got our top
keep your eye
floor
on.
here.
Keep your eye on there.
So we've got Alex's assault marines here.
Two of them are dead on the roof. But
Yes, yeah, decorating them.
They
for
still
the
managed
Feast
to
of
take
Crows. We've got the governor in here who's been persuaded by Inquisitor Fox to leave promptly. We have a group of Terminators sitting in the elevator just here, who are waiting to burst in and deal some damage. On the next floor, we've got a load of jump pack troopers hanging out,
So
having beers and
Terminators.
partying by the looks of it,
Yeah, yeah.
on their own, but holding an objective. So
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this floor, we've only got the one objective, which is the governor.
It is worth more points.
He is, but it would be nice to be able
So
to pair that up
those
with I think
two.
another set of objective points. Because at the moment we've thinned my force down quite considerably, and then on the ground floor, a little wide angle on that, we can see I've got my troopers are still in the vault area, but Alex is holding the outer floor area. I don't have anybody in there now contesting that outer area, which is going to make it a bit difficult to deal with.
I believe he has a sun gun still.
He does, yeah. That is my only
He
remaining
looks
member.
like melee. Oh, he's
So
a
this is
captain.
my
of that.
captain of this troop.
They look fairly
So
ordinary.
that's it. There's not. I haven't got a huge amount of forces left on the board really. Pretty much walls.
But you do have 4 Terminators hiding.
Well, I don't know. You ate my Terminators down here very quickly. I was surprised at how fast they
but-
went.
There was some oddness going on with the dice.
True.
But then the same when you killed all my guys, you were using the same dice, so
Yeah.
it kind of evens out. But it was very bloody first.
It was quite enjoyable, wasn't it? I think we need to do that more often, though. For the first round,
Yeah.
get the teeth blooded really quickly.
So
by
that's
rolling
2.
dice.
So that's 4.
But yeah, that was
so
quite
that's-
a brutal first round.
They're all 2s, except for the entourage.
My
So
guys
they're
are having
4.
so much fun.
So that's 2, 4, 6,
So
8,
probably
10,
even the
12,
ones who
14, 16.
impale themselves on
20.
spikes on the roof are probably having a
So
Away
Assassin
in the
had a nice kill there. And that's when we get some more kills on the go.
Are you suggesting that your
24.
assassin is dressed up like someone else just to
Definitely.
be in?
Definitely. Sorry, I'm trying to
24, 20,
look at the floor plan.
9.
This was the
You
door
can
that's
see
currently.
from this
29.
angle, you can see all the guys hiding from the sun gun on the other side of the door.
We've got a bit of a shootout going on there through the door.
So
Try and have a look from
Let's
the
just
outside and
auto
see if
sum
we can
that.
get tapped and try and see if we
So
can shoot
try
from the outside.
and move the camera slowly, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, shot from the outside of the looking into the building.
There's the guys on the party floor.
Okay, you're close to break
Who?
Marines.
Well, looking at the floor plan, I'm not surprised.
And there's the other
Okay.
party floor.
And then you guys are unit morale here to some there.
Perspective shots.
Do
Down
that.
on the boots on the ground with the troopers.
So you have got, they're all worth 2, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So you're quite a way off being near break.
The chaos.
So you're at 20. Okay?
Sounds good.
And you
Well,
are
I haven't had
at
combat yet, have I? I haven't attacked in combat yet, so
29. Okay, right. So that's the end of the first phase. Can I have a mic, please? Right then. So at the end of the first phase, we are in a situation where we've got no one at break.
not yet.
Okay, not yet, but we're close. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to first player's turn, which was you, Chris.
Yes.
Okay, so what you can do before you get going is you can try and sway the loyalty of some of your opponents.
Definitely.
Okay, so remember what I said, if they're fanatic, they can't be swayed. And then according to their level of training, they will be harder or easier to sway. I think all of your troops have got different levels of
Yeah.
of power.
So Noel, if you want to come into the building, we'll
Yeah.
have a look through, and I'll just ask Alex
Okay,
some
grab your
questions
roster,
about these
Alex.
units.
Yeah, grab your roster.
So yeah, we're looking at the top.
So it's got to
floor
be
here.
somebody within 10 inches. So you've got one unit here.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's what I'm looking at this unit
Yeah.
first.
Okay. Go ahead.
Of that unit, that is the laser package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not fanatical, are they?
No. I'll tell you that I have one fanatic on the board.
Okay. And that's your leader, I presume.
Maybe.
And so they are regulars.
Okay, so I would like to try and persuade them that they're fighting for the wrong cause and that they should join the
Okay.
Imperium.
Are you going to give yourself a bonus
How do I do that?
by sacrificing some rolls? So you've got 3 chances. Okay.
Yes, I'm
so
going to
you
do
can
that.
so you can say I only want to go 1 chance and give yourself a +2.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. So you're going to roll a d6 and you're going to tell us what the roll is on the d6. Make sure it's a d6.
That's
Yeah. Okay, tell us what you get. And these guys are regular, yeah?
3.
So you rolled a 3, so you got a 5. So what did he need, Simon?
Table.
The table, where is it? Hang on.
So regular.
Regular needed a 3.
So you've got them.
Got them. Excellent.
So they're your men now.
Fantastic.
So in your move phase, you carry on and move them. In your move phase, you can't get them back unless you use one of your leaders to get them back.
So does that also change my break point now?
Yeah.
Way! I'm not running away.
So the question I have is, so you got the group, but you didn't get the leader because that's a separate figure.
So what's the leader?
The leader is this guy.
So it's separate.
No, he's still. He's not a independent figure.
Okay.
He's just a leader in the unit. If
Okay.
it was one of these two,
Yeah.
then it wouldn't apply.
Okay.
Okay.
Where are they? Down on this floor here.
I don't actually know.
Well-
There's somewhere within the first one.
Because this is the next unit I want to try and convert down here.
Okay, so you want to convert this unit, yeah?
And I've got one unit here, and I've got another unit here.
Okay, so where's your leader that's doing it?
So I've only got one person left in this squad, and the leader in this squad is here.
Okay, so which leader is doing it?
So I'm going to try with both. Can I not try with both?
Well, you can,
So
but
I'm gonna
if
start
you're
with
going
this
to give
one
yourself a
first.
bonus, then you're not going to get more than one go.
I understand. Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
there is another unit here.
yeah, but you only get one. Sorry, you've done it. You've finished.
Oh, so I've only got
Yeah,
one
you only got
chance.
one chance to do it.
can't
Yeah,
do
you
it
can't.
with
You
it.
can't do it with
one
everything.
per
No.
Otherwise, people
No,
keep
no, no.
swinging back and
I was
forth.
going to win the game. I was
No,
going to
no,
have
no,
to
this
take
is
it.
it. Sorry,
Conversions.
Sorry, I get confused. Yeah,
That's
you've
all right.
used all of your chances.
Oh, no,
You've
right.
got them.
Yeah.
Right,
Start
okay.
moving, please.
Great. So,
Bear in mind,
Clock is
it's 20 to.
Yeah.
It's 10 to.
43 minutes.
so that changes the way this is going to work then, because originally the Terminators on the
Yeah,
left here
just move.
were going to power
It's all
out.
good. It's
They're
all
now
good.
going to pop down here and they're going to attack this unit from behind. So they're actually going to push out of the lift.
So the lift moves down.
The lift moves down,
Okay.
moves them all down, and they're going to now push out and attack
Okay.
through the lift. So the lift doors are going to pop open. Am I going to get a round of shooting before I move into combat? With the lift popping open, or am I too
Well,
close?
here's the thing. If you move them into base to base,
Yeah.
you don't get shooting.
Okay. So
If you
door pops open, are they far enough away that I can open up and shoot?
well, you can
Matrix.
shoot with two. How much room have you got? You can shoot with 2 guys.
Okay.
Okay.
So I've
Then
got,
you're going to, in close combat, you're going to get the close combat roll.
so
Yeah.
I've got the sun gun at the front.
Okay.
I've got any other special weapons on these guys? No, they're just.
Okay.
that's
Probably
about-
rapid fire bolter. Yeah?
I think that's right. 5 volts.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're all rapid fire bolter.
Yeah.
I'd check because
Okay.
we don't tend to play with
That's
what's
fine.
on the figure. We tend to play with what's on the roster.
Got you.
All right.
Okay.
You might end up charging into melee with guys without melee weapons like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick
So,
one, don't
he's going to stay where he is because he can.
Shoot from there.
Now, I think I'm going to actually move him up to here as a shoot. Although, if he moves, do I get a negative? Or if
No.
he stays where he is, he
It's
gets a
fine.
negative? Okay. And the same thing. They're going to move. I'm going to move him
Okay.
I'm going to move there so they can shoot through as well. So I've got 3 shooting there.
Okay.
We'll move there, and we'll move there. So
Okay.
it'll be probably these 3 that can only fire into this group here.
Okay. That looks fine.
So next movement's going to be up here, and
Okay.
they're going to all evacuate to the lift,
Okay.
because there's no points scored for this floor.
There's no point scored for that floor, but I mean,
That's fine.
obviously, while you're on it, you don't get points for bringing him off the board.
No, but I can contest this floor down here and block Alex from getting
Yes,
this
you
floor.
can. Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to.
So you're going to go into the lift and you're going to be there,
Ooh, no,
but
hang
only
on.
with 10.
I think I'm actually going to come down to the ground.
Okay.
I'm going to come down to the ground floor. And they're going to be there in the lift.
So you're going to only get 10 in the lift, yeah?
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Because Alex has successfully killed a large portion of my troopers.
Okay.
So I can all fit,
Okay.
and they are now on the ground.
Okay. Right. These guys.
Yes. So at the moment, this lift is down here, and this lift is also
Down there.
So
They're not going to do anything.
they're going to jump from this floor down to this floor and attack
Through
these
the
guys.
through the
they've already-
glass.
Yeah, they're going to go out and come down. Because
I'm
if
gonna-
Alex wants to turn them back, I'd rather them
Yeah.
die like pigeons against the glass. Than
Okay.
have them lie
In
back.
that case, I'm going to give you a modifier because that's a really risky move. I mean,
Out and
a jump pack does that, yeah.
Yeah.
It
These
doesn't
guys are gonna
do.
go that.
It doesn't do that. So I don't think that's honestly, I don't think that's a
All right.
valid move.
Okay, I'm going to come
It's not
from
a-
here down to the ground floor down here so I can shoot him through the window.
Okay, so you're going to land on the ground, yeah?
So
Okay,
that's what
so you can see the ground, so
Perfect.
that's not so bad. Let's let Chris come round and do that.
here, and they're going to take up positions, and they're going to shoot in through the windows at the Marines, and it's going to be an absolute killing session.
Yeah, it does look bad.
All fun and games. Slanesh doesn't care.
It's all for the greater God.
Yeah.
No good here. All for the greater God.
Okay.
Your god's not even a god.
Right.
He's
So,
a man sitting on a throne.
have you got anything else to move, Chris?
No, that is all my movement done. So my next round will be, or my next phase
It's
is
firing.
firing.
Can we go ahead and start firing,
So
please?
we'll fire with these guys down here outside first.
Do you not want to fire with the sun gun first, or would you prefer to fire with those guys outside?
Let's do the sun gun first. It might be a bit fun, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking it might save us some time
Okay.
if you hit and you don't break the gun.
Yeah, it'd be
Right,
such a
where-
shame.
where-
if
Now,
something
this
didn't
guy's
work.
gun didn't break, did it?
No.
Okay.
So there we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
One of the rounds goes
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 there.
If the thing was a bit further forward, I reckon.
Because of the pillar.
Yeah, I reckon you can convincingly get 6 because
Yeah, I can't see from my
Don't
position very well.
pan back a bit.
that's that.
That's it. Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Okay.
Come on, give me the 7. Go on.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna miss anyway.
Let's go for 6. All right. Now the sun
Oh, you don't have
gun.
another sun gun.
I don't. You killed them.
It's
That's the last
notoriously brittle. So what you need is 2d6.
Yeah.
Alex, can you put your finger on the first figure?
No, I'll do it from.
Yeah.
Might be easier if you give Alex the camera,
That's fine.
and then Alex can point the camera at what's going on action-wise.
Right, I've got that. So go on. First
So
one.
3.
So the sun gun doesn't fire.
So I'm going to use my magic reroll barrel.
Go ahead.
6.
A 6. You lucky person.
Yeah.
It breaks on a 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first guy. So roll again.
8.
That's a hit.
Oh, 11.
A hit.
7.
A hit.
8.
A hit.
9. Sorry.
Have you got any left?
think there's one more.
One more.
Okay.
10.
Okay. So they are
We
in
lift
power.
those beauties up.
Are they in power armor?
I think they're all in some
Paper mache armour. They're going to burn!
Yeah,
That's
they're
cheeky.
all in-
Burn for the Empire!
I think they're all in power.
Okay.
One of the different things, but I don't
So total K. They're all dead.
Bye bye.
know. Okay. Oh, that's time.
All right. So
Yeah.
let's leave them there
Mhm.
because
We haven't got time.
well, you've got to fire back.
Yeah.
So the only guys that didn't get involved were these two and these two.
This
Yeah.
chappie over here.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
So,
this-
okay,
this
so we
one,
got-
yeah.
Sorry.
These three. These three.
Yeah. So those three and those three. So they're not going to shoot anybody. Those four at the back. Okay. But the two at the front are. So let's get them. Let's get them shot. Let's do it. Let's do it now.
So that's my leader and
So it's this guy and this guy.
so
So
the leader I think has a pistol. A bolt pistol.
yeah, I think he does. So a bolt pistol is hitting on a 7. The bolt rifle is on an 8.
A bolt pistol, power glove, and bolt rifle and everything. Yeah.
So you've got a 7 and an 8. Have you got a modifier?
Yeah, they both have two.
Both have a 2. Okay. And so
you have to choose who you shoot at.
yeah, you need to choose who you're shooting at.
Because they've got different.
So this guy can
Yeah.
shoot at this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
4
what's that? 6.
Doesn't.
But then minus 2 because of
doesn't work.
the
Okay. And then this guy,
Shooting like captain, is it?
yeah, shooting at this guy.
9.
Okay, a 9 is a hit. Okay, so a hit on power armor with a high is a 3, 4, 5, or 6. Roll 1 dice.
6.
Okay, so he's gone. These two have gone. Okay. Right. So yeah, but he's got to fire. No. So do you want to go ahead and fire?
Yes, I'd like to. 2d6.
So 2d6. I'm guessing you're going at this guy here.
Yeah, the person you can see.
The one you can see here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
8.
An 8. Now that was. You can hold that. Look where you're going there. With a bolt
So
pistol.
we're going from
Is it a bolt?
here, Alex.
Is it a bolt pistol?
So this would be on my sergeant,
Which
who
is a bolt
yes, got a
pistol.
bolt pistol and power glove.
Okay, that's a hit.
Excellent.
So you need to roll 1 dice.
Yeah.
He's got power armor. That's a high hit. So
And it's close range.
a 3, 4, 5. It doesn't range.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. 3, 4, 5, or 6.
It's a 6.
Okay, so he's gone. So he's gone, and he's gone. Okay. And I think you've got your plasma gun now.
I have, yes.
I haven't been sights yet. You just
It's down here.
haven't looked around the corner.
I'll be able to shoot this chappie with these two. So the plasma chap is going to fire 2d6 again.
Yes.
And is it just a straight shot?
No, it's a template,
Oh, it
but
is?
you need to roll first.
Okay, 2 dice, and I need to get more than.
Well, if you roll a 5 or less, it doesn't go off. So just roll.
You rolled a 5.
So it doesn't work. So can you put a marker on that, please? Ammunition breakdown.
Put your one of your yellow
Yeah, yeah.
because mine
Yeah.
green.
Okay. Okay. So
Ah,
have you fired everything down there?
that can see?
Yeah. Alex, have you got anything that can fire down there?
Back, I don't think can see because he's in the way. Is that right? There's covering, or is it a case of the whole unit?
Well, he can only just see, so I'd say.
So these two.
Yeah, I'll let you two decide who can actually fire.
So these
Okay.
two would have to shoot through their own guys to see them. So no, that's not going to happen.
Alex, can you tilt the camera down to what you're looking at? There you go.
There we go.
Oh,
See that there? So they're shooting, and these two chappies at the back can't see because these three here
I've got
are
it.
in front of them. There we go. So yeah, we're talking about these two here. They can't shoot.
They're not gonna shoot, 'cause-
In
Yeah.
the way here,
Yeah.
they're blocked.
But did Alex have anyone else?
I have, yes, because he shot at me, so I will return fire. fire on the guy with the plasma gun.
But have you got an ammunition breakdown on that guy?
So it's the one behind him.
Okay, go ahead. So you're on a bolt gun. Roll a dice, see what you get.
Not enough.
3.
A 3, so there's an ammunition breakdown on that as well now. Okay?
So when do you try and fix it?
In your move.
Okay, so now it's my turn again. I'm going to shoot with these chaps outside the window. Can I
Okay.
split who the team shoots at, or do I have to shoot at one single troop? So, for example, 2 of them can see him,
Yeah,
these 2 can see
yeah,
him,
that's fine.
and these 3 can see these guys here.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'll target these 2 that have had malfunctions with their weapons first,
Okay,
with the first 3 on the window.
okay, off you go.
So first one,
Yeah,
30 minutes.
7.
okay. And they're inside, yeah?
That's through the glass. The glass
Yeah.
already broken because Alex shot through it.
Yeah, but it's carnage, isn't it?
So, yeah.
Trying to shoot through a window. So you needed, well, you said hard cover before when they were shooting you, didn't we?
Soft. Hard cover in the room in the vault.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so soft. So you rolled a 7, yeah?
yes.
That's a hit.
Okay, so the second guy then shooting that one there
Yeah.
will be on the other guy. No, snake eyes.
Okay, so that gun's gone. So we need a marker on that gun.
So that's the guy in
That's the
middle.
second guy. Yeah,
So
and then the third guy.
the third guy is going to be the captain. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, go ahead.
Now he's got a different weapon. So
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
pistol instead of...
Just go ahead and roll.
yeah, 8.
Okay, that's a hit.
Now onto the other 2 marines.
So let's see what damage you do on those 2 guys. So
Yep.
first guy, roll 1d6.
1.
No, he's okay. He's near missed.
Second one.
No, sorry, he's no affected. Second guy.
2.
Okay, no effect.
And then third guy.
Yeah,
4.
dead.
So it'll be this guy here that you can see, because it'll be this one over there that shot him.
Okay.
Alright.
We've
So
got
moving on to the
flame
other
hammer
2
in the-
chaps.
Okay, so now you've got your other 2 guys. Who are you shooting at? Because you've got a
I can't
leader
see
guy
these
there.
guys because he's behind the
Yeah.
screen. So
Okay.
I don't know if you can see through the window, but the leader's here behind the screen.
Yeah,
So these 2 that are outside can't see him, but they can see this chap over here.
okay,
Who I think is a Terminator.
okay, go ahead. So he's going to be hard cover. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are using a bolt rifle. Is
Yeah.
that right?
That's correct.
So you need 8
Nope. So that's 4.
and
4 again.
okay, missed. Okay, so have we removed all the casualties from there?
Yeah.
Okay,
So casualties gone.
let's move these guys out the way. Let's bring them down here. And let's line them up. Okay,
So this is the...
so this is
So
the.
we've
Different squad.
next got
Let's just switch camera. There we go. Right.
we've next got our Terminators in the lift.
Okay. So
We've got a sun gun in there.
okay.
So you did have another one.
Yeah, but I didn't want you to know that.
Well, I already knew.
It's a sneaky ambush.
I already knew about it.
Of the template, so that's coming out the lift at you, and that's going to be targeting
As many people as it can.
Everyone it can hit, which is going to be those 3, including the leader.
Is that alright, Alex?
What makes you think he's a leader?
Because he's got some really cool hair going on. He looks like he's from Van Halen.
Maybe he's just a Slanesh worshipper.
Do you have the camera there?
Right.
Roll
Let's
and
change
let's-
camera and let's come round. Yeah. Okay. It's a close up. Right. What do we got?
So we've got a sun gun coming at you out of the lift.
Okay. So you're hitting 3 guys.
Yeah,
Right.
including this
Okay.
chap here.
Move
which I believe is someone
move
different.
that thing. Right. Let's go for it. So first roll.
2 dice.
Yeah.
That's an 8.
Yeah. That's a hit.
Sorry, not an 8, 10.
Yeah. Next guy.
Oh, lovely. 9.
Hit. Next guy.
Oh, 3.
Okay. Doesn't work. So I think these 2 guys are dead.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in power armor. Total versus power armor. Dead. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So next is the Terminator standing next to him, shooting at the remaining guy.
Okay.
Which is going to be with a standard. Oh, no, he's got a different weapon.
It's got a. Okay.
He's got. No, it's a rapid fire bolter.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the dice and let's see what you get.
4.
Okay. It doesn't fire. Pretty sure it doesn't fire. A rapid fire bolter. 4 ammunition breakdown, please, on that. Okay.
And then we've got this lift here that's to open up.
Okay, so hold on. Oh, you're going to open the lift, are you?
Yeah, lift door's open, yeah, because they're
Okay,
moving out.
so who's your 2 guys that can fire?
So we've got our assassin and our leaders at the front.
Okay,
They're
go
taking
ahead.
charge out.
So you're going to fire with those 2, are
So
you?
Inquisitor Fox is shooting with a ramjet pistol.
Okay, ramjet pistol is a ammunition breakdown of a 5.
Yeah, but if you're standing next to each other, there's this massive wall there.
Let's have a look.
No, he's standing next to them, so I can shoot down the corridor.
Yeah, one of them can shoot.
Yeah, I'd say only one can shoot. You're going to choose who it is.
So, which one's better, the executioner rifle or the ramjet pistol? Probably the
So the
executioner
ramjet
rifle.
pistol has
Special
got a
ammo.
power hit.
Has it?
Yeah.
Compared to the executioner rifle
Which
or
has
a
got a-
Jakero digital weapon.
So what does it say in terms of?
So the Jakero digital weapon has got a special / power next to it,
Yeah.
and the ramjet pistol has got power. Next to
Okay,
it.
so they're both power hits. So who's going to hit? Who's more likely to hit?
Shoot mod wise, they're both 6.
Okay, go ahead.
They're
Just
15,
roll.
So they're the same.
Just choose which one.
It's 9, so coming from the leader. 'Cause we're
Okay.
setting the
So he's hit that guy with a power. So a power versus dreadnought. Can you roll a d6? If you get 3 or more, they're dead.
6.
Dead. So you can shoot back there.
Yeah,
So-
he might. I don't know where he was. He is.
So
He has a rapid fire bolter.
okay, rapid fire bolter. So roll to hit. You need a 6.
4.
Okay, so for that figure, please. I'm afraid he's gone.
Okay.
Is there any more firing to do?
So you said you won't let me fire 2 out of that lift.
No way, no, not
Okay.
with the
I
with the
have-
wall in the way.
My other guy who can return fire.
Yes, you do.
We fire on who though? Because you can't see them.
The people who just go to the
Right. Okay. Yep. Oh, we should have done that earlier then.
Yeah. That's okay.
wasn't it?
Okay.
So 5. So that was with a bolt pistol. So he needed a 5.
Oh. That's a hit.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
And it's got an ammunition breakdown of 5. So I'm afraid his ammo it didn't go off and it's broken down.
Okay.
That's the thing, the weird thing with these rules is sometimes the ammunition breakdown is higher than the to hit roll.
Mhm.
So you don't need much to hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
Interesting game.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy from that point of view, but there you go. Gun breaks.
So that is everyone done for shooting for me. So it's now onto my movement.
Second move,
Second
please.
movement. So the way we're going to do this then
Okay.
is
Let's have a look in here.
taking a look here. Everyone from the outside is going to move in.
Yeah.
Everyone down here is going to. I only need one guy in this room to.
Yeah,
to match
but
on
you
this.
need to keep unit coherency. Let me move
Yeah.
these guys in for you.
Sure.
Bear in mind that one of these guys has got an ammunition breakdown
Yeah.
on their gun. Okay, so you can move those guys in now. Okay.
Hang on, I should think about this, shouldn't I? Hang on a
Well,
second.
don't think for too long because we haven't got long left, and I want to let Alex have a turn.
Yeah.
So just
I'm
do it.
going to do that. I'm
Do
going
it.
to do that. They're going to take up positions defensively.
Remember, close combat's coming.
Yes. So they're going to form a screen there. That's all they can do. So they're screening the window.
Okay.
And they're going to, I guess, be in combat with him.
Are you
So
putting
he's-
someone in base to base?
Yeah. So there's 2
Okay.
of them in base to base here.
Okay.
This is an enemy, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is your chap.
But when you're in 2 of them in base to base, just to let you know, 1 fight at a time. You don't get any bonus
That's
for
fine.
2 in base to base. Okay.
That's fine. Terminators
Yeah.
on here are going to move up to. Oh, should that? No, they're going to move into this room here, I think. And try and hold. No,
Do it.
Do it. We're going to have to speed up things.
they're
Yeah.
going to go here.
So can they move that far? They can only move 8 as far as I know.
Just check.
And are they trying to move through people?
8, they're
Just-
moving through.
So they can move 8.
Okay, so no, I don't think they can move that far. They will move to here.
Yeah.
to the
And
wall.
are they moving through people or are they just
No,
They'd be
they're
moving through
moving
my
through
own.
another folk.
They'd be moving through my own people.
Okay, we're going to be slower then. If you've got
So
people
maybe
in the
I'm
way,
moving here then.
you're probably only going to move 4. Okay.
Right. All right. So
They're
I'm
moving through a melee. as well.
Yeah. If you move, you can't move through a melee.
Okay, I move them here then.
Yeah.
And hold the vault.
Okay, so they've come from the lift and they can only move about. Well,
4 would take them into that room.
yeah, fine. Okay. Just in the room, yeah.
So they're around the guys that are in.
Okay.
And then
Are
the final group is moving out of this lift here with the governor, who's moving into the vault as well.
Okay. So they can move if they've got light armor. They can move 12. If they've got dreadnought armor, they can move 8.
Yeah. So the leader will be because the fox will be taken out by the door, and the rest of them.
Bear in mind that you're going to move in a line, yeah?
Yeah.
So the first guy can move 8. The rest of the guys move behind them. Don't put them in front. So just measure an 8 for the first guy.
So-
Bend it round.
So he's
Yeah.
only moving 4 to there,
Yeah.
and then 8 would move them as far in as here into the.
Okay. So he's only got an 8 total move. The guy in dreadnought armor, the Inquisitor.
Which is here, which has only done 4.
Okay.
And then there's 2 squads here. There's the
Okay.
Inquisitor's Retinue squad,
Okay.
and then there's also the non-com or NPC,
Yeah.
and then 2 guardsmen in black. which
So
are
we're all
separate.
moved, are we?
We're all moved. They're hauled up now in the vault.
Okay.
Okay, that is my movement done. It's now Alex's turn.
No, it's not. It's close combat.
Quickly.
Right, okay, here. Close combat here, sorry.
Okay. So you've got a guy in combat with this leader.
Two chaps.
Yeah, well, just start with
Okay.
one guy. So you've got your leader, Alex, of that regiment. What was his?
He's actually this guy.
Chris,
No,
who's combat value?
This guy.
He's dead.
I
No,
don't know
well,
'cause they're
this guy
Alex's
then.
troops
So
attacking
which sergeant is it?
It's not so he's only killed one of my leaders.
Alex, it's the
It's this guy here.
It's one of the turned.
No, not that one. It's
No,
this
that's it.
one.
That's it.
It's this one here.
that's Alex's figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These 2 are attacking him.
Yeah, but Alex has got the stats for these.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't
okay,
know what
okay.
they
That's
are.
Yeah.
what you're asking. I thought he was saying which
No,
one.
no. Alex
Okay,
has
so
got
that's-
stats for
That's
these.
these guys.
Yeah. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
So he's got. What's he got?
Alex is going to run the combat.
He's an 11.
Well, yeah.
He's an 11 versus your 14.
Okay,
Yeah?
yeah.
So 11, that's what I was trying to get to.
Got
11 versus 14.
6 plus 14.
So you roll the 10, yeah? You roll the
You
D10.
got 11 or 14.
I need to roll a d10.
Yes,
and you
please.
need to roll a d10.
Yeah.
You've got plus
So-
11.
Okay. So I got 16.
And I've got 16.
So you win. So your guy's dead. So
I didn't really want to have to kill my own leader.
I know, but there you go. Right. Again.
This is the second one. Yeah. So this guy's 8.
An 8.
And a 9.
So the guy, you got him. Okay. So the next guy in that unit. Okay. Where is he? Roll a 5 or 6.
No, 3.
Okay. Next guy.
6.
So what does he want to do?
He's going to attack.
Okay. So move him into hand to hand with that guy. Okay. So he's on an 8, is he, Alex?
Yeah, and I
Okay.
think the normal guys are on 8.
Are they? Yeah, 8. Okay, go for it.
2.
Yeah.
Win.
Okay, take him out. Has he got anyone else in
I
there?
think
Yeah.
there's one more who's just
It's
maybe
within
just
5,
within
isn't it? So
5.
both of them are in 5.
Well, you did one already. Yeah, oh no, he won.
You failed
Yeah.
one. You failed to roll one, didn't
So
you?
this is the last guy who's the one who's
Alright.
just within 5.
Okay, right. So, are there any other squads that are within 5 inches that can
Yes,
see?
but they're in the vault. So
Okay, but he can see this guy.
Mhm.
Yeah? So this Terminator
Mhm.
can roll.
1.
So he's not doing anything. Is there anyone else?
Not that can see him.
Okay. That's it then.
Okay.
Right,
So,
15 minutes left.
okay, that's no problem. So, it's your go, Alex. Move fast.
I'm going to try and convert these 2 idiots who thought they could take on my leader
Okay.
back to my side because they're the only groups you can see.
Okay, go ahead.
Because there's only.
So roll a dice and let's see what you're gonna do the +2, yeah?
And then, can I do 2 with +1?
No, you can do.
I'll do 1 with.
You can do 1 with +1. No, it's the whole unit
Yeah, what I mean is, can I do 1 roll with +1 and 1 roll with.
with standard
with
roll.
standard,
Yeah.
yes. So who are you doing the +1 on?
I'll go with the +1.
Okay. So they're regular, so you only need a. Is it
3.
You only need a 3.
Yeah, that's why I'm just doing 1 with +1 and then I
Okay, go on then.
if I don't get it.
So
So-
for the 5.
So they're back.
Then
Now
I've
what?
got 1 more and a normal one. I may as well give it a go.
On the Terminator.
I may as well.
Go on then.
I think I need a
Terminator
6.
is a
Guard.
guard. You need a 6.
Yeah. I may as well give it a go. Okay. So I guess that means I can move them now.
So now they're your men again. Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
yeah, I'm not going to go into that room. That seems like a very silly idea. But I do have this area. So it's in my movement I try and unjam a weapon, right?
Yeah.
So his weapon is jammed. Can I move as well as do that?
No.
Adam Fox has just joined the chat.
Excellent.
It's just got in. It's awesome. So
Yeah, Inquisitor Fox is holding the door.
Guarded by people in big heavy armour and
Mhm.
fine, I was going to move.
There. Yeah.
Well,
This is going to be the last turn,
yeah,
Alex.
yeah, that's
Yep.
why I'm like,
Okay, so you're just
Fine,
moving out of the way.
yeah, and he's just made me
So you want to be out of line of sight, so you're going
Yeah.
to be rolling for close combat. You're going to avoid all that, are you?
Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to win any of that. And that's his Inquisitor, so I could go through that door. I'm not going to. This piece keeps moving. I
No,
know
don't
how
worry.
it is.
It's all...
Yeah, they're going to basically find cover in this area,
Okay,
and he's going to try and fix it.
Hunkering down for the siege, you Alex.
okay, so roll 1d6. Guns fixed.
Okay. And then this group,
Yeah.
and then they've got a victory point up there. So,
Yes, they have.
and they've got a victory point in there.
They have.
So I'm not going to get that off him, so basically going to cover the doors.
Okay, so don't move.
Yeah, they're going to
We'll leave it there.
sit up. Yeah.
Okay, so second move.
He's with Inquisitor.
There's no firing, is there?
No, I don't think so. Second move is basically just going to be wait for him to start.
Okay. Unfortunately, you've got to roll to see if you break. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's just look at morale. So you've lost enough people. So roll 2d6, add the scores together. If the result is 7 or more, the army is broken. Off you go.
Should we do it over here so we do it in front of the camera for everyone to see?
Broken.
I thought you said 7 or more.
Oh, sorry, yeah, they're all right.
Yeah.
Okay, steadfast.
So
The
they're-
steadfast.
well, I guess they're going to have
Emperor's
a
children.
party in here. We'll have a party out here.
However, that's the end of that phase. And what are we doing time-wise?
we've got 13 minutes left.
Okay.
Of draw time, so
But I don't think we've got much that we're going to achieve in 13 minutes with the forces left on the
I
table.
mean, if I was
Let
playing
me
a
switch over.
different chaos worshipping group, I might have charged into that room.
Bit
But-
of corn bloodletting.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
sorry.
We're back on the main cam. Can everyone make sure they get onto the camera now? So I'll put this up. Make sure you can see yourself on the monitor. Let's all get into camera and let's sign off and let's talk about where we got to today from
So
terms of a battle
I
report.
achieved what I was aiming to do, which was to get the governor into the safe room.
Okay.
So from there, we're going to hold up now and wait for reinforcements to come and relieve the governor and hopefully get us out of this sticky situation whilst the Emperor's children lay siege to us.
And so you're outside that strong room,
I'm just gonna-
outside that vault, the data vault, and you're holding an objective here and you're holding an objective here. So
Yeah.
that's 2.
Yeah.
But what you've done is you've managed to start interrogating the governor, the planetary governor, in the vault, which gives you 3 points and 1 point for the vault.
Yeah.
So we're going to declare a victory for
Fighting tigers.
the Imperium in this particular game.
I think
Okay.
he basically won it on the first turn when he won the initiative and could get to the guy in the first turn.
I know, I needed to survive your shooting in the first time because you were brutal in the first turn. I was worried I wasn't going to
I
walk away
couldn't get
from it.
any shots on that squad with the.
That's why they were up there. but you got your assault troopers in there, and I was worried you were going to hold me in combat.
No, well, I thought I might have been able to until I realised they weren't actually assault troopers.
Right.
They just had jetpacks. But they kind of jumped up and was like, this isn't a ship, this isn't a pistol, this is a rifle.
You needed to have put them into hand to hand.
Yeah.
Then
No.
you'd have had more chance.
Well, no, I should have kept them out of hand to hand.
No,
Okay.
you would have held me on that floor, and I wouldn't have got away.
I suppose if I'd gone to this one, I could have come behind you and then cut off your
Yeah.
retreat.
Potentially. But also, you could have held me up there by going into combat at the end of your final movement, if you like, and just held me there.
Well, I would have if you hadn't turned me to your side.
Okay.
I know, that
Have
was
we got
fine.
any
Hail
questions
Mary.
from the chat
Let's have a quick
Have a
final
quick-
check.
have a quick
final
look.
check.
before we sign off?
Dr. Vesuvius, we was robbed.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
Yeah, it's just that just goes to show that you don't let an Alpha Legion operative anywhere near chat and the dice.
Yeah, go on, back in your box. Go on.
All right.
No, it was very funny. It was a very brutal first
Well,
round.
before we sign off, I'd just like to say a big thank you once again to the three of you for coming and playing the game. To Simon for looking after the chat, looking after the dice, helping me with the rules. Chris and Alex, I hope you enjoyed the game. I know that you haven't played these rules before, and you haven't played them for a long
Yeah,
time,
20 years at least.
probably 20 years. So it's been lovely to reintroduce you to them. I think they're amazing. I think they play fast, and I think we've only played for 2 hours, and we've got a resolution.
Yeah.
And I'd like to sign off. Before I sign off, I'd like to say a very big thank you to Dr. Vesuvius and Adam Fox 1669 for putting those army lists together.
And Inquisitor Fox is holding the door, so he's not letting them in. So thank you very much, Noel, for hosting us as well. And
Okay.
everyone
Thank you, Noel.
watching, please subscribe and like these videos for Noel. He's putting a lot of work in, so we
Okay.
get these videos out there.
And what I don't want to put you on the spot, guys, but we've got 2 more games to play. What do you think about something next weekend?
Yeah,
Is that possible?
It should be, yeah. I think so.
Next Saturday
Yeah.
evening again,
Yeah.
because I've got an afternoon appointment with the family.
Yeah.
Does that look
I feel
okay?
like I'm going to regret it though, because Alex is going to go all guns blazing and take back.
Okay.
victory from
So are
the-
you happy to both play the same side again?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay. So you've got completely different armies next time, and we're going to be playing in the food silos. Okay?
Ooh.
So it's going to be a completely different game. Okay?
You could bring your ogres.
No, they just eat the lot.
Well, like I say, army lists have already been sorted.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
So I shall do my best to firm a time up. I'd like to say it would be a 7:30 start again. Okay?
Sounds good.
And then we'll what I'll do is I'll post something official when we've just checked with everyone's calendars.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks
everyone.
very much for watching, and well, we'll see you next time. As I say, we'll see you on the battlefield.
See you on the battlefield.
Like and subscribe.